gentlemen, hello and welcome to our English news edition coming to you from Canal, Algérie. I'm your host, Maysa Doumaz. To the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, is in Turkey for a 3-day visit at the invitation of his Turkish counterpart, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Turkish investment projects are spotlighted in this news edition to denote the successful bilateral cooperation between the two countries. The Palestinian people are celebrating the Nakba, or the Catastrophe Day, amid an explosive atmosphere marked by the Zionist escalation. Those were today's headlines. First in our news, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, arrived on Sunday to Ankara for a 3-day state visit to Turkey, following the invitation of the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The President of the Republic was welcomed upon his arrival to Ankara's international airport by the Vice President of Turkey, Fuat Oktay, and senior Turkish officials.
Tuğgeneral Hakan Büyüksula, Ankara Merkez Komutanı. Hoş geldiniz Sayın Ekselans. Sağ ol.
Later on, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, greeted the senior officials who were at his reception, as well as representatives of the diplomatic corps accredited in Turkey. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, and the delegation accompanying him were officially welcomed by the Turkish Vice President Fuat Oktay at the Honor Lounge in Ankara's international airport. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, held talks with representatives of the national community established in Turkey and listened to their concerns and suggestions. The President pointed out that he kicks off his visit by meeting our nationals, a move that denotes the great importance attached to them to be aware of their concerns, a priority of the Algerian authorities vis-à-vis this important segment of our country. The Toshiali steel complex in Oran is among the most important Algerian-Turkish investments. Operational since 2013, this complex reached a production capacity of 3 million tons per year. More details with Manal Ammari.
The steel complex Toshiali Algérie is a key player in the Algerian industry. It became operational in 2013, and it's equipped with state-of-the-art production units. This complex succeeded in generating revenues estimated at $1 billion in the year 2020-2021, despite the difficult economic situation caused by the health crisis. Launched in 2011, this complex became operational in 2013 with a production capacity of up to 3 million tons of steel products per year. A big part of it is intended for the local market, but the surplus is meant for exploitation. We're at the rolling mill where we produce about 5,000 concrete rings on a daily basis. Tosiali Algérie established itself as a leader in the steel industry on the international level, highlighted by its social character committed to the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic by donating liquid oxygen for the benefit of 17 Western provinces. This enterprise also contributes to industrial development by offering employment opportunities to several national competences, in addition to training 4,000 employees. An expansion of the project is planned to increase production so as to reach 5 million tons. This project's extension will enable the production of 2 million tons of steel per year. This complex expects to double its production by 2025 to meet its clients' demands and respond to the state's policy in accordance with the instructions of the President of the Republic concerning the development of non-hydrocarbon investments.
Another example of the Algerian-Turkish successful partnership, the textile Tayal factory in Ghelizan province, which hires around 3,000 people and is ranking first in Africa. Story by Laetitia Strawil.
The Algerian textile industries of Tayal and Ghelizan, an important investment that reflects the success of the Algerian-Turkish partnership. Today, the factory is a continental leader in the field and has even ranked first in Africa and the fifth worldwide. Up till today, we hire exactly 3,000 employees, a telling evidence of the great success we have witnessed. Today, we produce clothes ready to wear made in Algeria that are present in many provinces. We have two weaving units, units 8 and 9. The production capacity of unit number 8 is almost 2 million meters of thread, while unit number 9 produces nearly 1.5 million each month. Created in 2016, the company provides its employees with continuous training in order to offer customers quality products, a strategy that has allowed it to conquer the national and international market. I went to the vocational training center for an internship. I was directed to this company by the managers of the training center. Thank God I found a job. I learned a lot. Today we began exporting our products, fabric coupons and the cotton threads. Big brands are using textile made in Algeria. In order to move towards a higher rate of integration, the company plans to expand its business by growing its own cotton, a measure that will allow it to reduce the import bill and create more than 10,000 new jobs.
In the parliamentary activity and during a plenary session devoted to the draft bill related to fisheries and aquaculture, the Speaker of the National People's Assembly, Brahim Boughali, hailed the President's initiative meant to consolidate cohesion, calling on everyone to join this noble action.
The President's invitation for national cohesion, dialogue and consultations with the different partners, including the political figures, organizations and the national personalities, is a good move that denotes his good intention to close ranks to involve them in the national edification process. As representatives of the people, we hailed this initiative taken by the President, who wants to consolidate the Algerian state for a solid Algeria, attached to the national values for a national revival.
The Council General of Strasbourg honored on behalf of the President of the Republic, a friend of the Algerian Revolution, Roger Winterhalter. This French soldier joined the ranks of the National Liberation Army in the province of Mila. Let's listen to him.
I have to thank Algeria so much for making me an activist who through the years continues to militate. For me, the struggle wasn't only for independence, it was a struggle for dignity of a human being considered as a second category. I found that this fight has become mine. I have to thank Algeria once again for making me who I am.
The 24th edition of the Batima Tech exhibition was launched on Sunday here in Algiers. No less than 750 national and international exhibitors took part in this fair. Rania Al-Bahri will tell us more.
Promoting the national product in achieving various projects of BTPH is the major principle in the Construction and Public Works Fair Batima Tech. According to sector officials, priority will be given this year to national product in achieving all projects, a product that meets quality standards, thus ensuring the durability of the building and its safety. We have announced in the last edition that we have reached self-sufficiency on certain strategic materials like cement, and we are in the process of exporting cement to foreign countries. The fair, which represents practically all construction segments, is eagerly awaited by national and foreign professionals who will be able to take advantage of a great opportunity to showcase their know-how. Certainly, there is a fierce competition in relation to the national market, but as a group, we are trying to impose ourselves through the quality of our products, which meet the standards. The issue of energy efficiency is also a priority for the housing sector this year. Research projects are already underway, in addition of the isolation of roofs, which is already provided in buildings. The step taken by our ministry aims to use renewable energies in the building sector, in particular for the lighting of sites, using photovoltaic panels. The supervision also provides for the isolation of an important number of dwellings. All projects must meet requirements of technical and regulatory documents. This approach won't only concern new construction, since the ministry is working on the thermal rehabilitation of the existing buildings. This event is marked this year by an important international participation with 250 exhibitors coming from about 15 countries. Italy is the foreign country that participates with the largest number of companies, with a total of 80 exhibitors, followed by Turkey with 65 companies.
The U.S. ambassador to Algeria, Bisa Williams, hailed during conference on security in the Sahel region the key role of Algeria in settling disputes, notably in Mali, as it supervised the peace and reconciliation process. Palestinians are commemorating the 74th anniversary of the Nakba, or the Catastrophe Day, in an explosive situation due to the increase in violent acts by the occupying Zionist entity. More with Manal Ammari.
The commemoration of the 74th anniversary of the Nakba, or the Palestinian Catastrophe Day, comes in a context marked by the escalation of exactions committed by the Zionist entity and the increase in provocations by the settlers against Palestinians in the occupied territories, resulting in dozens of martyrs and wounded people. The Nakba refers to the catastrophe that was for the Palestinians, the creation of the Zionist entity in 1948 in 3/4 of Palestine, which forced about 800,000 Palestinians to seek refuge in neighboring countries. The catastrophe led also to the destruction of over 500 Palestinian villages, massacred by the occupation forces in 1947 and 1949. The Zionist project was tantamount to massacres, killings, executions, and mass murders perpetrated in cold blood in 1974. The Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas affirmed on this occasion that Palestinians will not abandon any of their rights, particularly the right to self-determination and the building of their independent state with Al-Quds as its capital. highlighting that the Palestinian people's national unity is the strongest response to the Palestinian catastrophe, the occupation, and the injustice that the Palestinian people are subjected to.
After the 7th edition of the Mediterranean Games held in Algiers, Oran is ready to host the 19th edition this year, despite the hard conditions dictated by the global health pandemic. Details with Najah Tayyar.
The capital of Western Algeria, Oran, must do good as Algiers, or even better, to guarantee the success of this tournament. That is a matter of not only a region or a province, but the whole country. Back to the 1975, the Mediterranean Games edition that allowed the country to be distinguished with a great success at the regional level by its flawless organization, despite the fact that the country was torn by a long, devastating war. Everything was at disposal of the organizers to ensure the success of the Games. The independent Algeria managed to provide adequate venues for the event, including stadiums, swimming pools, halls, and appropriated pitches, which allowed the organizing country to break the participation record and to rank the 8th overall, standing with 20 medals, 4 of them in gold. The 7th edition of Mediterranean Games of Algiers was a huge success that represents a big challenge for Oran to do likewise next summer. The province is getting ready to offer the best possible conditions for a good tournament, with the contribution of each sector, including tourism, public works, housing, town planning, and the environment as well. After the Games, the sport facilities will be at use for the Algerian athletes. As an example, the Olympic complex, which has a soccer stadium with natural pitch that accommodates 40,000 spectators, a stadium for athletes events of 4,000 seats, a Mediterranean village with more than 4,000 rooms, and other sport and leisure facilities fully refurbished for the event.
That was it for our news edition. Thanks for tuning in to our program. Good night.